today our I can statement is I can make and record observations. Say that with me. I can make and record observations. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you made some observations on Seesaw for me about the very first time we looked at our plants. Will you give me a same signal if you watched that lesson and if you know what's going on? If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to kind of fill you in because I had a feeling some of our friends need just a little bit of reminding. So we are starting our very own plant experiment. We actually have already started it. And actually, really, Miss Coleman started this experiment about 6 weeks ago. I started to plant our pea plants so that we could make some observations and do our experiment with our plants. So we chose a question as a class. Our class question is, can pea plants grow without sunlight? We're going to test this. We've tested it a couple of different ways. One, by keeping one pea plant on the windowsill in the sunlight. This one says, with sun. This is the pea plant that you have seen in the sunlight. And one without sun. This pea plant has been under the cabinet out of the sun.
It looks healthy.
This one looks like, my friends.
It actually
So it says, we predict our experimental plant will be. Will you share with somebody what your prediction was? Turn and share with your partner what your prediction was. What did you think was going to happen?
I think it will die. I think
I'm hearing lots of different good things.
I think it's gonna grow.
3, 2, 1, time in. I had some friends that I heard say you predicted that the plant would be brown.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
It would die. It would die because it had any sun.
Right.
And it's starting to be dry. It's starting to grow dry leaves.
Yeah.
And some leaves that
Kind of.
crumple.
It might
Yeah.
have too much water.
Harley,
It won't grow.
you don't think it will grow? Lorenzo?
In the if it doesn't in the winter, it'll calm back down, and what's that gonna be like this? It's gonna be dead.
Like droopy, when we read about chrysanthemum yesterday and it said that she wilted. Yeah. Riley?
I think it's gonna
You think it's gonna be what? You think it's gonna grow big? The one in the sunlight or the one in the cabinet? The one in the sunlight. Okay, friends. We decided that we were going to Hassan.
I think the one with no sunlight will go fine. You know why? Because the water and the dirt will still give it some food, so it can make its own food. So I think it's gonna be good.
Okay. So we decided that we were gonna collect data about how many leaves were on each plant and kind of an overall how healthy the plant looked. Okay. So this was the data table that Miss Coleman made. Up at the top, I have the date. I'm gonna come over here so we can see. You should have seen this on Seesaw. Up at the top, you have the date, and then I had amount of leaves for the plant with light and how healthy the plant with light looks, and then amount of leaves for the plant without light and how healthy the plant without light looks. And that was when we first started our experiment. So they were both growing on the windowsill. So this was at the very beginning. Miss Donaldson, I believe the plant with light had 28 leaves.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
28 leaves.
Yeah, it was 28. Yeah, I remember writing it down.
27.
And 27, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not remember. I didn't.
28 and 27. Would you say they were both pretty healthy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say just for now, I'm just going to put check marks for both. You guys had some really great observations. Like some of you said there's lots of leaves. The leaves are green. The leaves are standing up.
So like.
yeah, there's lots of growth, it looks like. So some of you had some really great observations. Today is a new day for us to make some observations. Today is 12/8. So we need to count to see if there are more leaves, less leaves, or the same amount on both of our plants. And then we need to decide kind of if they look a little funny. Let's do that one first. So I'm gonna walk around. Virtual friends, I'm gonna show you guys too. This is our plant that has been out of the sunlight.
One leaf is
This is our plant that has been in the sunlight. So I'm just gonna kind of walk around. Remember this one in this hand is out of the sunlight. This has been in the sunlight. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of walk around and show you guys.
Because that one has water still in the bottom and it's like sucking it up. And, oh my goodness, look at this.
Chris, sure.
It's so pretty.
What about this one?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Level zero.
Okay.
Looks like.
Sunlight is more green.
You
Yes,
think?
it's more green.
Yeah,
It's more like green.
I think it's got some wilted leaves on it a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit. You see that one?
Yeah.
Some of the leaves are a little droopy and brown. Okay, turn and share with a partner one thing that you would write for the plant with sunlight. What would you say about that?
I don't see
What would you write for that? 3, 2, 1, time in. Quinn, what would you share about the plant with sunlight?
The plant with sunlight probably has like 30 or 31.
Okay. How healthy do you think it looks? How healthy?
Pretty healthy.
Yeah, pretty healthy. What's something specific you notice? It's
No.
still pretty green, right?
And no drooped leaves.
Okay, so I'm gonna say green, no droopy leaves. No droopy leaves. Good. What's something you would say about the plant without sunlight? Lorenzo, what's something you'd say about the plant without sunlight?
It will be like really brown
You think it, well, what does it look like now? It has what? Kind of some
leaves.
brown, some droopy leaves.
And it's gonna die. It's like.
But we're just saying how healthy it looks, so we're just gonna say some
Okay, sounds good.
brown,
This is not
droopy leaves. Okay. Now we need to count them. Can I have a volunteer to gently count the leaves that are on our plant with sunlight? Mila, would you please gently count? You can come right up here and count them if you want.
My mom actually had a garden, so I'm pretty good with leaves.
And Chris, would you please come over and gently count our leaves that don't have sunlight? Miss Donaldson, yeah.
What'd you get? Good job.
I don't love more.
2 leaves on our plant with sunlight? And how many did we have on our plant without sunlight? Do we need to double check them?
23.
You think 23? Let's double check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey guys, no thanks. It's hard for you to see, so Miss Coleman will just count them.
Yeah, you go.
27. So are there any new growths?
No.
No. So we still have the same amount of leaves. Some of them are just a little bit droopy, right? But is the plant growing like this one? No. So what does that tell us so far?
That was still gonna die
You
and
think?
lose some leaves.
If it's not growing as quick as the other one, then it's probably not surviving as well, right? So turn with your partner and share a prediction that you think we might observe when we make our next observation.
I walked through the camera like 5 times.
You're fine.
I was like, oh.
3, 2, 1, time in. Harley, what do you think we will see with our plant with light? What do you think is going to happen to that plant?
It's going to
Christian? Hey, Christian, I'm over here.
It's going to digestivate and grow beans.
Oh, you think it's going to what?
Grow beans.
What was the first thing you said?
It will digest.
Oh, it will digest? Like the plant food and the water?
Digest
Very good.
and grow into a bean plant.
Oh, okay, so you think it's going to keep growing. Okay. Lorenzo?
The dye one?
Yeah. Well, the one without light, sure.
If it'll be like droopy, brown.
You think it's going to get more droopy, more brown?
and they're gonna lose some leaves.
You think the leaves are maybe going to start falling off?
And then they're
The outlight is just gonna keep on losing leaves until it hits 0, and then the rest of it's just gonna go brown. Then it'll be done.
We'll have to see what happens, right? Virtual friends, go ahead and make sure that your predictions are on Seesaw for what you think will happen as we continue our experiment. We'll see you guys later.